Hi, this is Valluvan. Now we're going to look at the Porter's 5-force model of competitions. These are the four Porter's 5-force model of competitions. The innovator of this Porter's 5-force model is done by Michael E. Porter of Harvard University as a professor. Please look at the Porter's 5-force model. Porter's 5-force analysis is a framework that attempts to analyze the level of competitions within an industry and a business strategy development. Actually, it's a competition analysis. Industry analysis is alone in terms of its setting attractiveness and industry structure is not sufficient for strategy formulations unless there is an analysis of competitions to have a complete picture of opportunities. Porter has presented a model of describing the forces which shape competition in an industry. This is a figure showing the competition analysis. These are the 5 forces which any business want to focus on these factors. First one is threat of new entrants, the second one is threat of substitutes, bargaining power of buyers, bargaining power of suppliers, rivalry inside the industry. These 5 forces which determine the nature of competition in an industry and profit potentials. Dealing with these contenders and to grow despite them, an organizations must understand how they work in its industry and how they affect the organization in its particular situation. First, let's look at the threats of entry. It's a famous saying that no business remains more attractive than others over the long run. This happens because of the industry is very profitable. There will be entry of many organizations in the field and the positions will become normal like any other industry. New entrants to an industry bring new capacity, the desire to gain market share and have substantial resources. However, there are different kinds of barriers for newcomers in the field. If these barriers to the entry are high and newcomers can expect sharp retaliations from the entrenched competitors, obviously he will not pose a serious threat of entry. There are 6 sources of barriers entry. Economies of scale, product differentiation, capital requirement, cost advantage of independence of size, access to distribution channels, government policies. And let's move to the bargaining power of buyers. That is the bargaining power of customers. Bargaining power of buyers experts an influence over the organization to shape their prices, quality of products and services offered, distribution channels used, etc. There is a powerful customer group. There will be buyers market and the producer's profit will suffer. Customer group is powerful in the following circumstances. When a buyer will have a high bargaining power. When they buy in large volume buyers are particularly potent forces if heavy fixed cost characterized in the industry. If the products it purchased from the industry are standard or undifferentiated, then the buyers will have a high bargaining power. When they are sure that they can find alternative supplier, may play one organizations against the another. This may happen with industrial product. If buyers earn low profit, they will be more price sensitive. In case of their high profit, they will be less price sensitive. Where industry's product is unimportant to the quality of buyer's product, they will be more price sensitive. So these are the situations where the buyers will have a more bargaining power. Let's move on to the next forces, bargaining power of suppliers. Suppliers can exert bargaining power on participants in an industry by raising prices of goods and services. Thereby, they can affect the profitability of the incumbents of the industry. The bargaining position of supplier group depends on a number of characteristics of its market situations and the relative importance of sales to the industry as compared with overall business. A supplier group is powerful in the following situations. If it is dominated by a few organizations and is more concentrated than the industry it sells to. If the number of suppliers is very low, then the supplier will have a more bargaining power. If its products is unique or at least a differentiated product, then the suppliers will have a bargaining power in that situations, because no one is offering the kind of unique products. If the supplier sells products having no substitutes, the suppliers selling products doesn't have any substitutes, means the supplier will have a bargaining power. If it poses a threat of forward integrations, and if the industry to which it supplies is not important customers of the supplier group, then the supplier will have a bargaining power. The next first is substitutes products. The amount of competition in industry depends on the substitutability of products of the industry. By placing ceiling and prices it can charge. Substitutes products or services limit the potential of an industry. A very classical example can be taken of jute industry, which has been outstripped by petrochemical based products as packing materials. There are numerous such examples where product substitutes have affected the growth of industry. Substitutes products that deserve the most attention strategically are those that are subject to improving the price performance trade-off with the industry's product. And the rivalry position. The various factors discussed above are most external form of competitions. However, the competitions from among within the most crucial factor which every strategist should take into account. A rivalry among existing competitors takes a familiar form of jockeying for positions, using the tactics like price competitions, product innovations, promotional activities, and etc. etc. So rivalry depends upon a number of factors such as sources and the number of competitors, degree of product differentiations, competitive advantage to certain organizations. So and the rate of growth in industry, etc. All things being equal, the nature of competition is determined by the competitor's strength and weaknesses. Therefore, every organization should evaluate how its competitors are doing on the various aspects of the operations. Wall and Shen, on the basis of their study, have identified the various factors which managers try to evaluate in respect of their competitors. The various factors are in order to importance: pricing, expansion plans, competitive plans, promotional strategies, cost data, sales statistics, research and development, product styling, manufacturing, process, patent and infringement, financing and executive compensations. So in all these aspects, the strategy is very, very important. Thus, to analyze the competition in the industry concerned, strategists should search the answer to the following questions. What are the strategic strength and weakness of their competitors in the areas of marketing, financing and managerial practices? This, as organizations, you want to analyze your competitors' strength and weaknesses. And what is the price charged by the competitors? To what extent are the products from different competitors being differentiated on various factors such as price, product positioning, distribution channels, etc. And the company has to also analyze the cost and the other advantages, disadvantages of their competitors. So if you want to position your company in a market, you want to know your competitor's strength, weaknesses, and your company's opportunities and the threat. So this is the most very, very important forces of an industry analysis. It is a rivalry inside the industries. Thank you.